Miss USA 2020. From the soundstage at Graceland in Memphis, Tennessee, it's the Miss USA 2020 preliminary competition. Here are the 2020 Miss USA contestants.
Kelly Hutchinson, Alabama. Hannah Carlisle, Alaska. Yesenia Vidales, Arizona. Haley Pontius, Arkansas. Alicia Gupta, California. Emily Demure, Colorado. Chelsea Denby, Connecticut. Katie Guevara, Delaware. Sierra Jackson, District of Columbia. Monique Evans, Florida. Alyssa Beasley, Georgia. Samantha Nealon, Hawaii. Kim Lane, Idaho. Olivia Pura, Illinois. Alexis Letty, Indiana. Morgan Kofoid, Iowa. Hayden Brax, Kansas. Lexi Isles, Kentucky. Mariah Clayton, Louisiana. Julia Van Steenberg, Maine. Taylor Robinson, Maryland. Sabrina Victor, Massachusetts. Chanel Johnson, Michigan. Taylor Fondy, Minnesota. Asia Branch, Mississippi. Megan Renee Kelly, Missouri. Marissa Underwood, Montana. Megan Swanson, Nebraska. Victoria Alona, Nevada. Alyssa Fernandez, New Hampshire. Gina Mellish, New Jersey. Cecilia Rodriguez, New Mexico. Andrea Jabal, New York. Jane Axoy, North Carolina. Macy Christensen, North Dakota. Stephanie Miranda, Ohio. Mariah Jane Davis, Oklahoma. Katarina Villegas, Oregon. Victoria Pickett, Pennsylvania. Janae Nichelle, Rhode Island. Hannah Jane Curry, South Carolina. Kaylani Jorgensen, South Dakota. Justice Enlow, Tennessee. Taylor Kessler, Texas. Rachel Slauson, Utah. Shauna Weller, Vermont. Susie Evans, Virginia. Imani Blackman, Washington. Charlotte Bellotti, West Virginia. Gabriella Day, Wisconsin. Lexi Ravelli, Wyoming.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Christian Murphy.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. That's a very warm and a very generous welcome for someone I'm pretty sure you've literally never, ever heard of. I'm sure there's a lot of head scratching going on in the room here tonight. Who is that guy and why does he speak a little bit funny? Well, I can tell you why. We're here in Memphis and the organisers of the event in Paula wanted someone from the South. Turns out they went a little bit further south than they really needed to, but you've got me for the evening. And while I might be Southern, I am actually new to the pageant world, and I am going to need a big set of hands to help me not bungle this up for the evening. And who better to help me out tonight than the longest serving title holder in history? You know who I mean, don't you? The amazing, the super talented, the beautiful, the super smart, the one and only Miss USA 2019. Give it up for Cheslie Kryst.
Thank you, Christian, and thank you to all of you. You guys, me and Christian, we coordinated our outfits tonight. I'm wearing tie-dye. Christian has this beautiful blue and pink on today.
She asked me to put the pink shirt on, I will add.
You look amazing. I was practicing backstage, guys, so I wouldn't trip in this dress. And then I watched Christian descend down these stairs. You like hopped down those things. I was like, you're setting the bar really high for me.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. But Christian, before we get started, I do want to point out that every COVID-19 precaution has been taken to ensure a safe show. Not only are we, the crew, and all the contestants tested regularly, even the audience has been temperature checked and will be wearing masks. And I've got mine in my hand so that when we go backstage, immediately we're going to put them on. Now that said, there's still a chance that you and I may come within 6 feet of each other this evening.
Oh, hold me back. And if that should happen, rest assured, everyone, it's fine, because I have replaced my aftershave tonight with hand sanitizer. Because being amorous, safety is my top priority.
That's why you smell so good then. Now, being Miss USA during a global pandemic has been a wild ride, but on a serious note, I could not be happier to end my reign right here at Graceland.
So, Chesley, I am new to this whole pageant world, and thank you very much for having me. Are there any things I should know before we go into tonight? Or are there any new tricks I should learn to sort of fit in a little bit?
Oh, of course, of course. Well, the first thing, you need to learn the pageant wave.
It
goes elbow, elbow, wrist, wrist, touch your pearls, blow a kiss. Although maybe not actually blow a kiss here during COVID-19, but maybe just do the motion.
Okay, Chesley, you've still got a few days left before your title has to go on to someone else, someone as equally deserving as you.
Thank you.
But it is time now to start figuring out, and we're on the road to Miss USA 2020. So, shall we get into it?
Let's do it. First, let's meet our selection committee who will be making the difficult decision of who's going to take home the 2020 Miss USA crown, the Mawad crown.
She is the internationally renowned motivational success strategist, author, and founding partner of Charisma Factor Inc., Gloria Mayfield Banks.
CEO, owner, and co-founder of Miss USA's official hair and makeup sponsor, It's a 10 Hair Care and Be a 10, Carolyn Aronson.
This former Miss USA is a television host and laneside reporter for the Professional Bowlers Association, Kimberly Pressler.
Founder of the popular YouTube channel Mixed Makeup and co-founder of her own skincare line, Susan Yara.
As part of the Fox Nation team, she hosts 3 of her own shows, including Parked with Abby Hornacek. Abby Hornacek.
Hailing from Tennessee, our hometown girl, she was crowned Miss USA 20 years ago. She's currently a global director for a cosmetics company, Lynette Cole.
Let's give another round of applause for our wonderful selection committee. Thank you very much for all that you do and all the time that you make. So tonight, they will cast their votes in these swimsuit and evening gown competitions to help determine who will move on to compete in Monday's telecast on FYI and take home the Mawad crown, which I forgot to mention before.
And this year, you can help vote a delegate into the semifinals as well.
So all you have to do is just download the app from MissUSA.com, right?
Exactly, yeah, download the app for details. All right, the contestants are ready to get back out here, and I know everyone at Graceland is ready as well. Are you guys ready?
Who's ready?
Yes, there we go. Now, as we've always done, with the contestants walk across the stage one by one and their swim outlet swimwear, we're gonna tell you guys a little bit about them. So let's begin the 2020 Miss USA preliminary swimsuit competition with Alabama. Kelly is a first-year law student at George Washington University with her sights set on Capitol Hill. This 23-year-old once performed in front of 87,000 people as a member of the Auburn University dance team. Alabama.
Alaska. 25-year-old Hannah recently completed a scholastic fellowship at Columbia University. She speaks 4 languages fluently and is currently working as a second-grade teacher and international education consultant. Alaska.
Arizona. 24-year-old Yesenia is a first-generation Mexican-American whose first language is Spanish. In 5 years, she'd like to run an online business while still pursuing acting as a side gig. Arizona.
Arkansas. Haley is an honors graduate with a Bachelor of Science degree in nutrition and dietetics. Raised in a town of 170 people, this 24-year-old has big dreams and recently started an online business selling home decor. Arkansas.
California. 26-year-old Alicia was born in London and proudly became a U.S. citizen over the past year. She's a classically trained pianist, and her paintings have been featured in dozens of galleries. California.
Colorado. 22-year-old Emily plans to get her master's in sports psychology. Both an artist and an athlete, she was a Congressional Art Show contender and a Pac-12 academic All-American mention. Colorado.
Connecticut. Chelsea graduated cum laude with a degree in fashion communication and promotion and a minor in event management. This 24-year-old used to sing in church plays alongside music superstar Meghan Trainor. Connecticut.
Delaware. Katie attended Fordham University on an academic scholarship, earning her degree in communication and media studies. This bilingual 27-year-old is now the social media and marketing coordinator for a fashion house. Delaware.
District of Columbia. Sierra is a classically trained singer. This talented 28-year-old was proud to be the only White House intern in her class to serve the Chief of Staff's office during the Obama administration. District of Columbia.
Florida. Monique graduated from the University of Texas and has a degree in nutritional science with a medical certificate. This globe-trotting 28-year-old once lived in, where else? Australia, and has traveled to an astounding 94 countries. Florida. Sure, you go take it. Alabama. Alaska. Arizona. Arkansas. California. Colorado. Connecticut. Delaware. District of Columbia. Florida.
All right, our next group of 10 ladies starts off with Georgia. 22-year-old Alyssa graduated in the top 5% of her high school class and has been named to the Dean's List in college. After completing her health and phys ed degree, she aspires to open a dance and fitness studio. Georgia.
Hawaii. As a member of a military family, Samantha has lived in over 20 countries. This well-traveled 25-year-old is a working actress who has appeared on hit television shows on ABC, CBS, and HBO. Hawaii. Idaho.
26-year-old Kim is passionate about health promotion and disease prevention. She is currently pursuing degrees in veterinary medicine and public health and should receive her medical license within the next year. Idaho.
Illinois. 22-year-old Olivia is proud to be a first-generation Polish-American. If crowned Miss USA, this avid skier will continue her advocacy for female equality in STEM fields. Illinois.
Indiana. After graduating from George Washington University, Alexis traveled overseas to play volleyball in Switzerland. How cool is that? While in school, this 24-year-old elite athlete was a four-time team captain and national champion. Indiana.
Iowa. 23-year-old Morgan was a recipient of the Make a Difference Award for her volunteer work. This nurse and fitness fanatic spent 4 semesters on the student leaderboard supervising over 70 volunteers at a hospital. Iowa.
Kansas. Hayden once saved a 5-year-old boy from drowning while working as a lifeguard. This 21-year-old is a child advocate who recently went on a service trip to Africa. Kansas.
Kentucky. 24-year-old Lexi has her bachelor's degree in accounting and a double minor in business admin and mathematics. She's an accountant for Jim Beam Brands and helps others gain financial literacy through her blog. Kentucky.
Louisiana. Mariah received a full scholarship to play Division I volleyball, serving as team captain for 2 years. This 24-year-old scholar athlete had one of the 3 highest grade point averages in her graduating class. Louisiana.
Maine. 22-year-old Julia is a college lecturer and youth sports coach. She's currently working on a dual master's degree and hopes to develop more inclusive curriculums and write mental health laws and policies for schools. Maine.
All right, let's bring out our second group of 10 contestants. Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, and Maine. Let's resume the competition with Maryland. Taylor is a travel enthusiast who created Europe's first interactive art museum in Barcelona. This 28-year-old hopes to own and operate museums in the US and create pop-ups around the world. Maryland.
Massachusetts. 23-year-old Sabrina is a trained actor who once performed as a background vocalist for Mariah Carey. Her goal is to create and own a culturally diverse performance studio. Massachusetts.
Michigan. 27-year-old Chanel plans to create a lifestyle brand that will provide wellness products and services to millennial women. She has a degree in criminal justice and enjoys cycling in her spare time. Michigan.
Minnesota. Taylor volunteered at over 50 charity events in college. Now 22, this amateur golfer and artist once worked at an event for Best Buddies, advocating for those with intellectual and development disabilities. Minnesota.
Mississippi. Asia attended Harvard University summer school when she was 17. You go, girl. Now 22, this future public relations manager says that experience transformed her into an adventurous, compassionate go-getter. Mississippi.
Missouri. 24-year-old Megan recently took the LSAT and plans to enter law school in the fall. Look out, Chesley. She will one day use her international law degree to advocate for women's health reform globally. Missouri.
Montana. 28-year-old Marissa is an animal rights and environmental activist. This former competitive horseback rider performs at local poetry events and will soon publish her own book of poems. Montana.
Nebraska. A magna cum laude graduate of Belmont's commercial music program, Megan is a decorated songwriter with over 100,000 Spotify streams. By the time she was 12, this 27-year-old already stood 6 foot tall. Nebraska!
Nevada. As a survivor of gun violence, Victoria advocates for responsible gun ownership. This 27-year-old comedy writer helped develop an organic essential oil formula to help aid those struggling with alopecia. Nevada.
New Hampshire. 26-year-old Alyssa has been a dancer since she was 3, performing the lead role in the Nutcracker more than 10 times. Her goal is to teach the science behind nutrition as a professor of biochemistry and human metabolism. New Hampshire. Maryland. Massachusetts. Michigan. Minnesota. Mississippi. Missouri. Montana. Nebraska. Nevada. And New Hampshire. Well done.
All right, let's start our fourth group of 10 contestants with New Jersey. While studying abroad in Europe, Gina visited 13 different countries. At 21, she now hosts workshops that educate young men and women on the signs of healthy and unhealthy relationships. New Jersey!
New Mexico. Cecilia is a bilingual educator teaching English and Spanish to preschoolers. This 28-year-old future special education teacher is a huge baseball fan and plans to visit every MLB stadium by 2025. New Mexico.
New York! Andrea is a public speaker who hosts self-esteem workshops for inner-city girls. Named to Phoenix Magazine's 30 Under 30 for philanthropy, this 25-year-old once piloted a plane from Connecticut to New York. New York!
North Carolina. For the past 2 years, Jane has been a big sister in the Big Brothers Big Sisters program. This 22-year-old dance teacher and certified forklift driver has a degree in supply chain management. North Carolina.
North Dakota. Macy works as a paraprofessional for children with emotional disabilities. This kind-hearted 24-year-old recently partnered with the Department of Transportation to help prevent drinking and driving. North Dakota.
Ohio. Stephanie was the honorary chair for 2020's Walk to End Alzheimer's in her hometown. Alzheimer's awareness has been important to this 26-year-old ever since her grandmother was diagnosed with the disease. Ohio.
Oklahoma. 24-year-old Mariah is an active member of the Choctaw Nation. This mental health advocate honors her heritage by reading to her tribe's youth and serving lunch to its seniors. Oklahoma.
Oregon. Katarina once sang the national anthem at a track cycling World Cup event. This 27-year-old classically trained vocalist has performed on national television and has had 2 songs hit the Billboard charts. Oregon.
Pennsylvania. 24-year-old Victoria is a classically trained, award-winning opera singer. She battled 2 rare health conditions growing up and has since raised thousands of dollars to find cures for invisible illnesses. Pennsylvania.
Rhode Island. 25-year-old Janae has been a member of the Screen Actors Guild since she was 5. This former track and field scholarship athlete currently works as a juvenile corrections officer. Rhode Island.
All right, let's bring out our 4th group of 10 contestants. New Jersey. New Mexico. New York. North Carolina. North Dakota. Ohio. Oklahoma. Oregon. Pennsylvania. And Rhode Island. competition with South Carolina. 21-year-old Hannah Jane created a program to help others see the possibilities in those with disabilities. This future fourth grade teacher is currently majoring in elementary education. South Carolina.
South Dakota. Kaylani is a 26-year-old hairstylist and salon owner, specializing in men's haircuts. This licensed cosmetologist has assisted behind the scenes with hair and makeup on television and film sets. South Dakota.
Tennessee. Justice's parents are traveling ministers who began homeschooling her at an early age. This 26-year-old coin collector is currently the director of media and branding for several nonprofits. Give it up for the hometown girl, Tennessee!
Texas. 24-year-old Taylor is an ordained minister and distant relative of Marie Antoinette. She has degrees in communications and broadcast productions and intends to take her skills to the NFL as a sideline reporter. Texas.
Utah. 25-year-old Rachel is the first openly LGBTQ woman to compete for Miss USA. You trailblaze all over that stage, girl. This certified crisis counselor is a public speaker for TEDx and the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Utah.
Vermont. 24-year-old Shanna is an advocate for Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, supporting CF patients in honor of her late sister. This fiction writer was a cadet in her high school's Junior Reserve Officers Training Corps. Vermont.
Virginia. Susie worked as an actress and onstage dancer at Tokyo Disneyland for over 2 years. This 27-year-old has made her way to 12 countries so far and was once featured on the Travel Channel. Virginia.
Washington. Imani is passionate about making representation and inclusion in the arts, media, and workplace as a top priority. This 25-year-old co-authored a book and once competed in track and field at the Junior Olympics. Washington.
West Virginia. 26-year-old Charlotte flew a plane before ever getting her driver's license. She advocates for leadership training for girls to give them confidence and communication skills for an active role in our political system. West Virginia.
Wisconsin. Gabriella is a former chemist and research scientist who quit her laboratory job to pursue her childhood dream of becoming a TV journalist. Now 28, she works as a news reporter and production assistant. Wisconsin.
Wyoming. Lexi is passionate about teaching and promoting holistic health. This 26-year-old is a certified foot zone practitioner, specializing in muscle testing. Wyoming.
And now let's give a big round of applause for all the group. South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin, and Wyoming. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of our swimsuit competition. Let's give all of the contestants from all of the groups a huge round of applause. They did a great job, Tess.
Absolutely, they did incredibly. I mean, they did such a great job because I have to tell you, it is not easy staying focused during a global pandemic, especially when all we want to do is sit at home and eat comfort food. I mean, I gained 10 pounds, could barely fit in this dress, but they look great. Now, leading up to the pageant, this group of delegates didn't get to travel much or go to many in-person events, but starting in April, the Miss Universe organization started the hashtag Universe United, which allowed them to stay connected with their sister queens and fans around the world. Let's take a look.
Hi everyone.
Hi guys.
Hello everyone.
Hi everyone.
Hi guys.
As many of us around the world are practicing social distancing in this time of uncertainty, we would like to invite you guys to join us on our movement, Universe United.
Wherever you are in the world or whatever it is that you do, let's hear your story.
I'm considered an essential worker. I work for the nonprofit, the Hometown Foundation, and we are the charitable arm of a grocery wholesale distributor.
I'm really challenging myself to get creative and find ways that I can still reach people on the internet and keep my business going in as much of a normal operation as I can.
You guys, I went out and bought a whole book of Sudokus and I'm gonna fill this out probably in like 2 weeks. I am knitting a scarf just in time for July, and I am doing a 1,000-piece puzzle.
I'm gonna learn to play guitar.
One of the things we've been doing a lot with social distancing is going out and getting lots of walks in. So come on, Summer.
I've started baking for healthcare providers at the hospital my dad works in. They've been very busy taking care of patients, and I just wanted to share with them something that I really enjoy doing during my free time.
I've been working, finishing assignment, #student life, turn my floor into a working space because the table gets boring. And how am I doing that? I'm watching Netflix, social media, music, dancing.
Maverick and I and Mercedes and Iceman in Hollywood have been staying extremely busy this week. We've been taking baths, going on walks, cleaning our bedding, making sure everyone's staying fed and watered.
I've been collecting canned food items from my local town members for the elderly residents. I have also been catching up on schoolwork, reading, and watching some Netflix shows.
I actually started lately to do a workout with other girls on the app called Zoom. So it was very fun, and I recommend you to try some.
It makes you more appreciative of the people that are around you and the people that you can't have around you right now. Like, I want to hug my grandma. I want to go to my grandma right now and hug her so badly, but I can't.
Và ngày hôm nay thì Vân xin được gửi lời cảm ơn, gửi lời biết ơn và được gửi lời chúc tốt đẹp nhất đến với các chiến sĩ, các y bác sĩ ở ngày đêm chiến đấu với bệnh dịch. Và Vân tin rằng tất cả chúng ta sẽ có thể chiến thắng đại dịch Covid-19 lần này.
As human beings, we have the most beautiful gift, which is creativity. So let's be creative at home. Let's do crazy exercises in your living room or read books and write. Let's take care of each other and let's take care of yourself and just be happy. Make me be happy.
Well, as we all know, one of the amazing 51 women that we have seen competing here tonight will go home as our next Miss USA, which is incredibly exciting. But there is also sadness. We're incredibly sad because our lovely co-host here has to give up her crown and her title. You did create history, but it's time to, hand it over. Okay,
Sadly.
But she still likes to have a bit of fun. And recently, she was on one of her last official photo shoots as the title holder, and we were able to get a little bit of a sneak behind the curtain to take a bit of a look. And, well, you had a lot of fun, right?
Oh yeah, let's take a look.
Let's have a look at that.
I don't remember the last time I had more fun in a dress. About to do my final photo shoot. I'm so excited. What precautions are we not taking today? We have signs everywhere. I will be wearing my face mask, but the makeup has to get done somehow. So the looks were amazing. Most of them were Sherry Hill gowns, and so, you know, you get this really graceful, elegant look, which I think most people expect from Sherry Hill's pageant gowns. It was just fun. It was fun combining that with Badill's sort of high fashion couture eye. We started off with this white dress and a cape look, which was really, really fun because I got to play with the cape a little bit, and the cape was so flowy and graceful, and that was a cool look to be in.
That's the shot. It's so pretty. Yeah, don't move. There was more a royal look, really like royalty, and with the whole gold feeling, it was just beautiful. When it all came together, where she looked really regal and royal. It was funny because we shot the first shoot, and of course, again, trying to find angles and trying to recognize and find the best of their faces. And this time it was just easier, and getting different feeling from their eyes. Like Miss USA, between the lighting and the stuff that she was wearing, the necklace, her eyes actually turned gold. So it was exciting with the idea that we had this gold idea from Esther, and then to see it come together, it was beautiful. Like it was what they had in mind.
Ooh, I'm worn out. Are we eating lunch today? Come to get pizza?
Yeah, I came from food. I'm shooting BTS. I'm being professional.
She's taking my job, honey.
Look at me working hard at it.
This is definitely an unconventional photo shoot, especially given the outbreak of the pandemic and us knowing that we need to practice social distancing or try as much as we can. And so this shoot I was just glad that we were able to do it because I didn't know it was possible. And I'm glad that everybody came together and made it a thing because it was amazing.
Well, Chesley, you are absolutely stunning. That was unbelievable.
Thank you so much.
And tell me, are you gonna miss being the queen?
My God, of course. I'm gonna be so sad, like crowning the next girl, but all good things come to an end. It'll be my 557th day, so it's time to move on after that.
Well, on Monday it all goes down and you are giving up the title, but you will always be known as Miss Photogenic. That is unbelievable.
Thank you.
All right, I believe we have waited long enough as the guys are ready, and should we bring back our contestants because we are about to do the Sherry Hill formal wear, right?
Nancy, are you guys ready?
We begin with Alabama. 23-year-old Kelly graduated summa cum laude from Auburn University in just 3.5 years. She spent one summer in Madrid studying Spanish and another in Rome studying global culture and international business. Alabama!
Alaska! Hannah once received the Good Citizenship Medal from the Daughters of the American Revolution. This hardworking 25-year-old recently obtained her master's in international education policy and management. Alaska!
Arizona. Yesenia is passionate about eradicating hunger and proudly volunteers at food banks in her state. This 24-year-old was a high school cheerleader and enjoys kickboxing, dancing, and hiking in her spare time. Arizona.
Arkansas. Following her father's heart disease diagnosis, 24-year-old Haley began volunteering with the American Heart Association. If crowned Miss USA, this fitness enthusiast would use her title to inspire healthy living. Arkansas.
California. Ali Shia started a business when she was 17, eventually selling it to make a major profit from a retailer. Growing up with a single mother who was an entrepreneur inspired this 26-year-old to become a businesswoman. California.
Colorado. Emily was a D1 volleyball star who once played on the USA Junior National Team. This 22-year-old plans to operate a training facility one day and become the first female to coach both the USA National and Olympic volleyball teams. Colorado.
Connecticut. 24-year-old Chelsea is a self-acceptance advocate who started the campaign #BeBoldlyYou. This former gymnast and cheer captain hopes to bring visibility to the plight of those with intellectual and development disabilities. Connecticut.
Delaware. Fueled by her immigrant family, 27-year-old Katie has overcome personal challenges to pave the way for marginalized communities. This entrepreneur and freelance makeup artist enjoys long-distance running and blogging. Delaware.
District of Columbia. 28-year-old Sierra is a proud alumna of two women's colleges, Spelman and Yale's Women's Campaign School. She served as an ambassador for two non-profits encouraging young women to run for political office. District of Columbia.
Florida. 28-year-old Monique is a professionally trained ballerina who enjoys scuba diving and wakeboarding. She works as a psychiatric specialty pharmaceutical representative and believes daily habits are the key to overall health. Florida. And returning to the stage, our first group of 10 contestants. Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, District of Columbia, and Florida.
Well done, everyone. That was wonderful. Let's move on now to the next groupings.
Yeah.
We begin with Georgia. Alyssa created the hashtag RiseUp program to increase awareness about the importance of the arts for individuals and communities. This 22-year-old fitness junkie has been recognised on the Georgia House floor thanks to her initiative. Georgia!
Hawaii! 25-year-old Samantha made history twice as the first African-American teen and Miss contestant crowned in her state. She once wrote, produced, co-directed, and starred in a short film that premiered at the Awareness Film Festival. Hawaii!
Idaho! Kim is a 26-year-old bar instructor who enjoys knitting and crocheting in her spare time. She graduated from Cornell University with honors in research and currently holds dual citizenship with the Philippines. Idaho!
Illinois! Olivia is currently getting her PhD at the University of Chicago. A few years ago, this 22-year-old became a published scientific author and earned over $10,000 in grants for cancer research. Illinois.
Indiana! Alexis was her high school's valedictorian and entered university with 12 college credits. Already an on-camera host, this 24-year-old created the empowering Break the Mold tour to inspire kids to chase their dreams. Indiana!
Iowa! After obtaining her RN license, Morgan began working as a staff nurse in the cardiovascular intensive care unit of a hospital. While in college, this 23-year-old was on both the dean's list and the president's list. Iowa.
Kansas! 21-year-old Hayden was a special needs classroom volunteer in high school. She plans to earn her doctorate of occupational therapy and assist in the rehabilitation and recovery of children with disabilities. Kansas!
Kentucky. Lexi attended a different school every year from 4th grade through sophomore year of high school. This well-traveled 24-year-old has been to over 15 countries and enjoys playing video games in her spare time. Kentucky.
Louisiana! 24-year-old Mariah is pursuing her master's degree in school counselling. This future high school counsellor enjoys making YouTube videos that focus on encouraging women to embrace their natural beauty. Louisiana!
Maine. Julia is a former Division I cheerleader who once moved to Italy to work as an English teacher. This 22-year-old completed a dual undergraduate degree in under 4 years and is an advocate for those who are food insecure. Maine.
And now, let's put our hands together for the whole group as they come back out on stage. Georgia. Hawaii. Idaho. Illinois. Illinois. Indiana. Iowa. Kansas. Kentucky. Louisiana. And Maine. Okay, we're rolling along, folks. Now we have Maryland. 28-year-old Taylor has experienced numerous hardships, including homelessness, hunger, and the loss of a parent. She hopes to help children realize they can control their future through making their own choices. Maryland.
Massachusetts. At 23, Sabrina is a performance activist, passionate about using all art forms to share stories and speak to social issues. She recently earned degrees in theater and journalism. Massachusetts.
Michigan. Chanel enjoys speaking with students about the impact their behaviour has on society. This 27-year-old is a probation officer for the Department of Corrections, ensuring that returning citizens integrate back into society. Michigan.
Minnesota. 22-year-old Taylor has a degree in broadcast journalism and aspires to be a sports reporter and social media manager. This former NFL cheerleader once worked alongside Erin Andrews at a Vikings game. Minnesota.
Mississippi. 22-year-old entrepreneur Asia runs her own cosmetic line, turning a makeup obsession into a very lucrative business. This avid runner and dancer once watched an Ole Miss football game with Morgan Freeman. Mississippi.
Missouri. Megan's nonprofit introduced women's health legislation that designates funding for endometriosis research. This 24-year-old globetrotter once lived in London and has gone hiking in 4 different continents with her father. Missouri.
Montana. Marissa is a vegan who's proud to live a low-waste, eco-minimalistic lifestyle. This 28-year-old political science student is an artist who can often be found writing, headbanging to dubstep, or singing musical theatre. Montana.
Nebraska. Megan is the proud CEO of a female empowerment company operating in 30 states. Woo! In her spare time, this 27-year-old volunteers with a training program that helps women in prison thrive after incarceration. Nebraska.
Nevada. Victoria is a singer-songwriter who is currently producing her first album of original music. That's amazing. This 27-year-old international model enjoys extreme sports, including ice climbing and trick riding horses. Nevada.
Alyssa has provided coronavirus relief by distributing meals to underprivileged school children in her community. This 26-year-old registered dietitian wrote the 2020 National Nutrition Month blog post for the American Heart Association. New Hampshire. And returning to the stage, our third group of 10 contestants, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, and New Hampshire.
All right, moving right along. This is very exciting, folks. I'm loving this.
Oh my gosh, and the dresses are gorgeous.
Unbelievable. Coming out now on the stage is New Jersey. Gina studied fashion merchandising and was recently a public relations intern at Giorgio Armani Corporation. This 21-year-old thrill seeker once travelled from Italy to Switzerland on a 14-hour bus ride just to go paragliding. New Jersey.
New Mexico. Since losing her mother to the disease, Cecilia has been an advocate for cancer awareness and research. This 28-year-old volunteers with the American Cancer Society and Susan G. Komen in honor of her mom. New Mexico.
New York. 25-year-old Andrea didn't speak any English when her family immigrated to the United States 18 years ago. This St. John's University graduate now speaks 4 languages fluently and holds a degree in public relations. New York.
North Carolina. 22-year-old Jane is a free spirit who's worked and lived in cities around the country. She has studied abroad in France, led cheers for a stadium of 100,000 fans, and currently runs her own gluten-free bakery. North Carolina.
North Dakota. Macy has an honours degree in psychology and plans to get her master's in marriage and family therapy. This ambitious 24-year-old studied Russian while dancing with the Bolshoi Ballet in New York. North Dakota.
Ohio. As an influencer, Stephanie is passionate about connecting with her generation on YouTube and sharing her Puerto Rican culture. This 26-year-old has a degree in communications and currently works as a social media coordinator. Ohio.
Oklahoma. Mariah has a degree in film and media studies. At 24, she's now a production crew member for the Discovery Channel, creatively packaging content as a director's assistant on 2 reality shows. Oklahoma.
Oregon. 27-year-old Katerina is a doctorate student and future clinical Air Force psychologist. She works to educate others on developing coping mechanisms for mental health issues such as anxiety and depression. Oregon.
Pennsylvania. Victoria was named one of Pittsburgh's 50 finest for her charitable efforts and contributions. At 24, she is a president of her own women's fashion company with multiple storefronts and 20 employees. Pennsylvania.
Rhode Island. Jonet has a human services degree and is studying to become a licensed social worker. This 25-year-old former New England Patriots cheerleader helped fire up the crowd at Super Bowl 53. Rhode Island.
And now let's bring out the whole group back onto the stage, and a big round of applause for all the wonderful contestants. New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, and Rhode Island. Well done.
The last group.
The last group, and let's keep on rolling because now we have coming onto the stage, South Carolina. Hannah Jane was professionally trained in the viola and has played for over 10 years. This 21-year-old half Filipina Pia Wurtzbach fan enjoys practicing yoga and running each morning. South Carolina.
South Dakota. Kaylani is a Chamber of Commerce and Young Professionals Network member. This former Miss Teen USA contestant is a league bowler who once shaved her head to support her mother's cancer battle. South Dakota.
Tennessee. Hometown girl. After receiving several academic scholarships, Justice graduated magna cum laude with a degree in merchandise product development. This creative 26-year-old is both a trained vocalist and a violinist. Tennessee.
Texas. Before being crowned at her state pageant, Taylor fractured her spine in a car accident. We're glad you overcame that, Taylor. This 24-year-old domestic violence survivor is currently learning Spanish and is fluent in American Sign Language. Texas.
Utah. Rachel has trained internationally as an actor, writer, vocal artist, and improv comedian. Having survived homelessness and 2 suicide attempts, she is an advocate for normalizing mental health care. Utah.
Vermont. Shauna is an import specialist for one of the nation's largest aerospace technology companies. As a 24-year-old working in a male-dominated field, she hopes to set an example for the next generation of women. Vermont.
Virginia. Ever since she studied jiu-jitsu in Japan, Susie has viewed her body as a source of strength, confidence, and empowerment. This 27-year-old program manager recently started her own videography and media business. Virginia.
Washington. 25-year-old Imani is a dancer for the Walt Disney Company. 7 years ago, she was the first African-American teen contestant from her state. And she plans to continue making a social impact with her hashtag, #BeYourReason. Washington.
West Virginia. Charlotte is a research assistant for the US Senate Committee on Energy and Natural Resources. This 26-year-old proudly graduated in the top 10% of her undergraduate and graduate college classes. West Virginia.
Wisconsin. Gabriella is a proud first-generation American who is fluent in Spanish and has competitively figure skated for 14 years. This 28-year-old has won several buffalo wing eating contests, once consuming 76 in just 30 minutes. That's gonna be me Monday night. Wisconsin.
And the lucky last, Wyoming. Lexi is a licensed esthetician and former college cheerleader. In her spare time, this 26-year-old enjoys yoga, writing poetry, and kayaking. Wyoming.
Let's bring out our final group of contestants. South Carolina. South Dakota. Tennessee. Texas. Utah. Vermont. Virginia. Washington. West Virginia. Wisconsin. And Wyoming.
Let's hear it one more time for 51 amazing contestants.
They have each done an incredible job, and those gowns were stunning. I know our judges are going to have a really tough time selecting the next Miss USA 2020.
Absolutely, and that nearly brings the night to an end. We'd like to send a special thanks, I should say, to Memphis Tourism, who have gone to great lengths to put on the event here. They go above and beyond with all of the safety COVID protocols that are required for us to enjoy this event in safety. So thank you very much to them and for all of the work that they've done.
Absolutely.
We would also like to thank Graceland and all the parents, state directors, the selection committee, and the entire Miss USA production team behind here. There's a bunch of people who've worked tirelessly to put this on, and they should all be thanked. And especially, I'm going to leave this one to you, especially one last person.
My boss, the president of the Miss Universe organization, Paula Shugart.
Where are you, Paula?
Yes, thank you. And don't forget to join us here at Graceland on Monday, November 9th for Miss USA 2020 live on the FYI network. But before we go, let's bring out our ladies one last time.
Give it up for the ladies!
Dear God. Yes, let's hear it for them. Didn't they do a great job?
Let's make some noise! Come on up!
Yes. Now remember, Until midnight tonight, you can vote one of these women into the semifinals through the Miss USA app powered by Choicely.
Don't forget to vote. And we will have a vote on Monday night. It won't go on for weeks.
Yes, so tune in Monday, November 9th to see which one of these 51 contestants will move on to compete live on FYI.
And maybe we should hop out of the way if they want to take a photo.
Maybe so, maybe so. Awesome. Well, thank you.
Thank you, thank you. And thank you
and good
to
night.
our selection committee.